The prototype is almost done. I've gotten a lot of work done over the last month, so why don't you come along with me and I can show you what we've done. And remember, like and subscribe, because it really helps us. So I got all the basic features up and running and working with netcode, which means I can play with people in other sessions. All the actions you can take as a player are implemented, and the game switches between players as it progresses, meaning all players can take their turns now. This means I can start playtesting with people. So let's go over all the things that are done. One feature I got looking better was the dice. Now they fall from above and roll like real dice. The camera is now set up with a network transform and ownership changing, which means it changes between the player that's playing. Now, whatever player's turn it is, you can see what they're selecting and doing. Before, you were stuck just looking at your own side of the board, which was really boring. We also now have the ability to change patterns and rotate them, which is pretty exciting. When selecting a pattern, you can now use the arrows left and right to change which pattern you're selecting, and then the arrows above them allow you to rotate any given pattern in 4 different directions, allowing you to get the exact pattern you're looking for. We can also now move a unit once per turn. The movement is automatically synced now across all units, using a network transform. This network transform allows all clients to see when a unit moves in the moment it moves, without having to do a lot of expensive calculating. Now that you can select it, this is what movement looks like in-game. The unit has a certain number of movement squares. They show up as yellow highlighted squares that you can select, and then click the button. We can now attack other units. This is allowed by selecting the highlighted squares that happen when you click the attack button. I still need to implement something that when attacking a unit and their health drops to 0, that we remove the unit from the board and from the game. We can now use the ability system that I built, and all abilities have their own unique way of acting. Some are meant to be used on the player directly, like adding crests to their pool. Some units are used on the unit, so that we can upgrade their attack or defense abilities. Some abilities are used on teammates, so units that you have on your team, but not necessarily the one that's enacting the ability. And finally, we have abilities that hit other players' units, like debuffs and attack abilities. So many abilities! There are abilities that target the unit itself, and these add modifiers, which will last for a certain number of turns. Once those turns are up, modifiers gone. Abilities that don't target the unit itself have both a range, shown by the yellow squares, and a target area, shown by the red ones. Going forward, what do I need to do? Well, I absolutely need to playtest with people. There's a lot of tinkering that still needs to happen with the units. They're not very balanced at the moment, and things like abilities and stats need to kind of be moved around and messed with until I know exactly how well they work. I need to add some quality of life changes, like UI and other things that make the experience a lot better. We need to have mini-maps and ways to see the board from above. And finally, I need to upgrade the single screen mode so that it works with the new netcode and also with controllers. Well, I hope this is a good look to where I'm at in the process right now. It's been taking a little longer to get things done, and especially getting these devlogs out has been really tough. But I think I've made good progress overall. And remember, you can always join my Twitch stream and help the development of the game. Making a game, making a game, making a game! I've got so many abilities, all the abilities. We've got big abilities, little abilities, medium abilities.